In order to manifest whatever you want to manifest in life, you got to make sure you put that work in every day because it's gonna pay off and it's worth it. Hey, it's your boy James Wise tuning back in with another video, man. Shout out to everybody that's been taking care of themselves. Shout out to everybody that's been good. One thing I want to talk about today is attracting whatever you want in life. Due to your undesirable circumstance, whatever that you're going through in life, you can still attract it, and you can still attract whatever life that you want to attract. What I want to get into today is just knowing yourself, like knowing that, like, if you're going through an undesirable circumstance, or if you're going through something in your life to where it's kind of like stripping your hope away, your motivation, and like it's kind of like stripping your determination to be able to put in that work, man, don't allow it to. Because at the end of the day, the person that you see in the mirror that you're trying to work towards and that you're trying to better and get, like that you're trying to better every single day, that's the person that you got to show up for. In order to attract whatever you want in life, man, like it don't only take manifestation and having a clear perspective and having a positive mindset. All of that is always good, and like it's always worthy in terms of like the process and the craft that you want to perfect in your life, or whatever life that you want to attract. But the other half of that is the hard work, is putting in that work, is staying consistent, putting one foot in front of the other, and just staying consistent with yourself, showing up for yourself every single day. Just talk about me a little bit. Like, before I even got to the NBA, I've been putting in 15 years worth of hard work. And like, I've been playing basketball since I was young, and this is something that I love to do. And before I got to the NBA, I've been putting in 15 years of hard work. So that's days that I didn't want to get up, but I still got up anyways. The early mornings, the late nights, the extra hours after practice, the extra hours before practice, like just all the stuff that you got to do in order to manifest or attract the life that you want. And just to add the 5 more years to that 15 years, which make it 20 years, because this league I'm in, the NBA I'm in, like it's not easy. Like, you gotta put in that work every day, and like you going up against like high volume, high level athletes every single day. And just for me to be 5 years into the NBA, which is a huge blessing for me, just combine all that stuff, that's 20 years of hard work. That's 20 years of going in the gym, making sacrifices, not going to parties, not going to different type of things that my friends kind of was going to, and like me just dedicating myself and showing up for myself every single day and wanting to attract the life that I want to create for myself. And that's what manifested. That's what got me here to this day. And I'm just here to tell y'all that don't allow don't allow the undesirable circumstance that y'all are experiencing right now to dictate your trajectory in terms of like the life that you want to create, in terms of life that you want to create for yourself, in terms of the life that you want to attract. You got what I'm saying? Most of the time, like, you know, like you got to leave all that stuff up to God in terms of like the future, in terms of like the stuff that the stuff that's kind of causing you stress because you're trying to control your life. Leave all that stuff to God, first of all. Leave all the things up to God that you can't control. But God always wants us to come on our behalf as well, because God is always working behind the scenes in terms of making our situation better. But always know that the other half, in terms of you showing up for God, is putting in that labor, putting in that hard work, putting in that dedication. Because the fruits of your labor is going to come from that, and it's going to be worth it at the end. Like, it's going to be worth it. When people always say there's light at the end of the tunnel, that's true. Like, as long as you put in that work, it's going to come to fruition. You're going to attract what you want, but you gotta allow yourself to be able to go through that process, because like it's not an easy process. Because anything that's worth having is not easy, and like anything that takes a long time is even bigger the blessing. And like I'm just coming to tell y'all that I'm a true testament of that. Like, me just putting in that hard work every day and just loving my craft and loving what I do. Like, it allowed me to attract the things that I wanted to attract in my life, which I'm super grateful and blessed for. 3 things that I want to talk about today in order to attract the life that you want is, don't allow your undesirable circumstance to dictate your altitude in terms of like what you know that you want to attract in your life. And what I mean by that is, sometimes like having limited resources and like having things in your life that you can't control can make the road harder. It can make your path harder. But always remember that everything in life takes time, like especially extraordinary things, they take time. But also know that as long as you put in that work, as long as you stay committed. Like as long as you have that determination in yourself, the person that you see in the mirror every day that you wake up and see, show up for that person. Show up for yourself every day. That's one life hack that I kind of learned in my life in order for me to just like not get burnt out and to just keep on loving my craft and loving what I do and to be able to manifest the life that I have manifested right now. And that's just by me just showing up for the person I see in the mirror, me showing up for myself. And bro, I promise you, when you focus on yourself and when you prioritize yourself and put yourself first and show up for yourself every single day, no matter what the circumstance you're going through, I promise you, it's going to happen. I'm not saying that everything happens overnight. Nothing happens overnight. But like the more you commit yourself to just like looking at yourself in the mirror and showing up for yourself every day, that creates and breeds a whole different level of confidence, a whole different level of self-resilience to be able to even get through those days to where you don't feel like getting up and going to work out, but you do anyways. Or whether you're a CEO trying to create a business, or whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're an athlete. This not even like this video is not for athletes. It's for everybody that's trying to pursue a dream or a life that they want to attract, man. You got to make sure that you show up on your behalf by putting in that work, putting in that labor, no matter the limited resources. Just work with what you got, and also make the best with what you got. And not only show that gratitude within yourself, but show up for yourself, man. Like I promise you, like that is a game changer. Like when you prioritize yourself and focus on your growth and your development, like you can be able to conquer and manifest whatever you want to manifest. The second thing I want to say is staying self-resilient, man. Like in life don't give anybody easy like an easy path. Like everybody in this life has a hard path. Like no matter if somebody, because like everybody path and journey is unique, like for your own like individuality. But in terms of you wanting the life that you want to attract, it's not only thinking about it and like wanting and like manifesting it in your mind, that is very important mentally, but just like physically, just putting in that work every day and showing up for yourself is very important. It's super important. The second thing I say is commit. Like have that commitment enough to know that whatever I'm doing right now, like I'm trusting in it. Trusting yourself, like trusting your work. I know sometimes that like we can lose trust in ourselves, like we can lose trust in like in the process because it's not happening on our time. But always remember that everything is not instant gratification, bro. Especially something that you're working towards. Like again, like I said, before I even got to the NBA, I had to put in 15 years of work in order to even get to this point in my life. And being 5 years in the league, like it just takes continued continuity, you know what I'm saying, hard work coming in every day, just embracing the monotony of every single day. Monotony basically means like something that's tedious, because sometimes sometimes the process and the craft can get a little bit of tedious, and like it can get tedious a lot, and like it can allow you to be able to get annoyed, get frustrated, because most of the time like us as humans, like us as individuals that's trying to grind towards something, sometimes like the consistent tedious things that we got to go through in order to get to the life that we want to attract, sometimes it can get annoying, and like sometimes like it can be draining at times. Like sometimes you can feel as if you're not getting nowhere. But always know that delayed gratification and having a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset is always better. A fixed mindset is basically you trying to control the process itself. And what I mean by that is you probably like trying to work towards a business and like you kind of looking at your goals in terms of like, okay, I want to make this business in 2 years, or like I want this business to blow up in 2 years. And then if it don't blow up in 2 years, then you kind of upset with yourself because you like, dang, like why it didn't blow up in the 2 years that I envisioned. And since the goal that you want to accomplish or that life that you want to attract, if it don't manifest in those 2 years, you kind of give up. You cannot do that, because having a growth mindset is you just knowing that, okay, what can I do better, or what are some weaknesses that I can get better at. And okay, it probably didn't happen in 2 years, but not saying it can happen next year. It's like it may happen in year 3, it may happen in year 5, but you just got to have that growth mindset to know that, okay, you know what, let me just trust in my work. Trusting in the process and trusting in yourself is very important, because like you trying to control the process and trying to control the craft of it is going to allow you to not even want to do it. Like it's going to allow you to not even want to like keep going. But as long as you have that growth mindset and looking at every weakness that you have as an opportunity to grow, that's how you attract the life that you want. And like you got to be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process, but also trusting the process, knowing that it's gonna pay off in the end because it is. And also the third thing I say, just the last thing I say in terms of attracting the life that you want and manifesting it, is just being able to be grateful, man. Appreciate what you have now. So sometimes we can look so, like sometimes we can foreshadow and like self-project ourselves in the future so much that like we kind of tend to like not only not appreciate what we have now, but we kind of like look at the process in terms of, okay, since it's not happening at this given time, then like I'm not gonna be successful or like it's not gonna work out. No, you can't think like that. Always know that everything in life takes time, and especially great things. Great things takes time. You know what I'm saying? So just be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Like trust yourself and trust the process. Be patient in the process. Put in that work every day because God is working behind the scenes. But God wants you to put in your work because faith without works is dead. So like you can manifest and try to attract everything that you see in your mind and that you want to accomplish. But if you don't put in that work, then it's not gonna come to fruition. So always know, man, that no matter what undesirable circumstance you might be in right now, no matter what different space that you might be in terms of your life right now, you're capable, you can do it, and just know that everything takes time. You just got to have patience and you got to trust in the work. And like the more you put that work in, like I said, 15 years, me before getting to the NBA, I had to put in that work for 15 years. I had to make sacrifices. I had to commit myself, and like I had to stay dedicated to the craft. And as long as you do that, bro, you can manifest whatever you want in life. And man, when you look up, you gonna look back. Like even on this video, you're gonna be like, man, it was worth it because it's gonna be worth it at the end. You just gotta keep going and you just gotta stay resilient. This is James Wiseman tuning out. Peace.